Hi, it's Jen and Tammy back with the woolly mug mat for January, and we have just 2 more in our series.
That's right.
6 on the table behind here.
4.
I hope you've been enjoying that. We'd love to get your feedback. Of course, as the series ends, we're starting to brainstorm what we want to bring you next. We'd love to hear from you, to hear what you'd like to see us do on video for more series coming forward. Just like before, we're well into this. You know the drill. You'll need the download, 2 pieces. One's reversed for fusible applique, if you're going to be using fusible, and one is your layout diagram, which is so helpful, especially when you have a face.
When you want his nose where his nose
Yes.
goes. That's right. That's right.
Yes, definitely. So if you're brand new to that, on the Shabby Fabrics homepage at the very bottom, there's it says free downloads. Click that. You'll find the woolly mug mat. You'll find the woolly mug rugs, which are here. That was our first year.
Our first one. Yeah.
And the kit made 2.
Yes.
And we thought, it'd be fun to do the bigger woolly mug mat where your mug could go here. You can still see your applique.
Don't cover your snowman up.
All the beautiful stitching you've done.
Yeah, the stitching is nice.
I love this one. I can't wait to see how you did it. That kit makes 1. And lots of hand dye in this. Almost everything it looks like.
Everything is hand dyed, yep, except his face.
Isn't
and his
that
arms.
so cool?
Yeah.
So once you get to the download, again, 2 pages, and there's others in the series, plus quilts. Oh my gosh,
so
it just goes on and on.
Yeah.
You'll want to go ahead and have certain things available to you, Heat and Bond Light, if you want to do fusible, or your favorite fusible product. We like to use the Cut Right heavy duty freezer paper. We have literally used this, notice the black, this whole time. 1 pack, I think, has lasted me like a year.
A year, I know.
Forever.
That's a good investment.
It is. Yeah. Out of the freezer paper, you'll be cutting 2 of your ovals. 1 will be appliquing onto, which you've done.
Right.
And of course, you'll see all of her stitches. And Tammy always likes to cover everything up on the back so that you don't see the stitching on the back.
That's right.
So there's an extra piece on the back.
Nice finish.
You'll cut 2 of those out of that. And of course, you'll be cutting all of your wool out of your fusible webbing, roughly cutting around. That's not new to you. That's where the Fusimat and the light box and the layout diagram come into play. And that's just, I love to be able to turn my light box on, have this here, and be able to lay the pieces out, scoot them over, and iron them down.
I agree. Yeah.
Versus trying to do 1 by 1. It rarely works out right.
That's right.
Because I have no guidance.
Exactly.
I can't see through the black wool.
Exactly. Yeah.
So once I've got everything down, Tammy, where I've got my little snowman together with everything, and I move him onto my background, what happens now? What are we going to do?
What happens now?
Yeah.
I am going to then whip stitch him down, and I like to use these silky 12-weight cotton threads and a little chenille needle. I did thread one of these little guys. These little needles are so nice. These are the little Shabby chenille needles right here that we have. I love these little needles. They're small, they're easy to work with and take those little tiny stitches.
Yes, and they go just easily through wool.
They do. They just glide right through. And that's what we've done, is we've done all of our little whip stitches. Now, if you really don't like to do that, you can do this by machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's people out there going, thank you.
Hallelujah. I know. So you can do this. We recommend the 12-weight cotton thread, go through your machine, but you need a size 100 needle for that. You're going to want to use a much bigger needle, just to accommodate that thicker thread and the thickness of the wool. And these are coated needles, so they're going to go through the fusible easier and glide through.
Because that's the non-stick, really meant for fusible, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I know I've seen that size needle, that isn't the non-stick.
It isn't non-stick, right.
It would work, but I think this works better.
It does work better because it glides right through.
Cool.
Okay.
Good to know.
All right. So for this month, occasionally I do a little bit of work ahead of time. This month I did do that. We are going to use a fern stitch on this one. And rather than doing a fly stitch or a fern stitch, I found an easier way to do that stitch. And so I started with I started laying down a back stitch first. And it's going to give you a really good base to put your little fern arms on.
I've done that too.
So they keep straight and even.
Yes.
Because if you're just trying to do a fern stitch or a fly stitch and you're just going for it around a curve, everything tends to go kind of wonky and it starts
Interesting.
to sway. So I did not like that. So I discovered that putting a back stitch down first is a good foundation stitch, and it keeps it straight.
And then you'll build on that.
Yes.
So
and
you're
then we're gonna
drawing your
build on
line
that.
like
Yes,
normal, like
correct.
about a 1/2 inch
Correct.
inside?
Yep, we can measure that here. You know, I'm about 3/8 of an inch in.
Okay,
Yep.
draw
Yep,
the
about
line and then
3/8.
just backstitch the whole
Exactly,
thing?
just to the center. I did
Okay.
leave a gap in the center because I wanted to put a cute little snowflake in the center.
I see that here.
Yes, yes. So we just found the center of my wool, and I just folded this in half like this, just like this, and then I just mark it with my white marking pen. I love these Dritz pens. They are so nice. I'm just going to mark the center. There's my white dot.
That's a good way to do
So you can
that.
see that, so you know where you're stopping,
Yes.
where you're not. And I know about how big this little snowflake is, and I want it to sit right there. So I just brought my line to right there. Yeah,
Okay, so
Okay.
this is a little bit different than what would be in the book.
it is a little bit different. This is a fern stitch, and
Okay.
the fern stitch they're showing, and they're having you make the arms and this leg all at the same time. But I found it more even if I
Okay.
did the back stitch first.
All right, so keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right? Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make the little arms on the side. All right, so before I start, this dazzle thread tends to get a little twisty. So I'm going to take some Thread Magic. You can see I've used this a lot. And we are actually going to run our thread through this. This is just going to help tame that thread down a little bit and just kind of relax all the twisting out of it. Make my stitching just a little bit smoother. All right. So I've done a back stitch all the way down, and that's right where I ended. So now I'm going to come up a little bit out and halfway between the next stitch. Right here. And then I'm going to just come down straight down right where the back stitches meet, like that. And then up again right here. And back down again. Right in the same place. See how that just lays that little V right in there, exactly perfect like I want it. So again, the next stitch, I'm just going to jump up, halfway in between, whoop, and come right down between my back stitches, just like that, and then the same thing on the other side. Halfway in between, and jump down right to where they meet. Just like that. And I just work this stitch all the way up. Isn't that cute? I love the way it's perfect and it lays exactly like I want it. Okay. Then I'm going to take a white thread, and I just did a little French knot in there. All right, so to do a little French knot, I just did a single wrap French knot like this, and I did a single wrap and came right back down. Just like that. I just went every other one and just worked my way all the way up the line. Okay, that's how I did this. Then I just repeated the same thing, and I just made my V's go the other direction on the bottom. So then it was just a different, it just kind of branched out. I like that. Kind of like icicles.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
Yeah, like icicles on a snowflake. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to do this snowflake in the center. And it's the exact same thing for this snowflake. So what I did was I just drew my line. I just drew a star. And I tried to keep all my legs about the same size because we're going to use this as a base. This is a fly stitch, a circle fly stitch is what they call this stitch. And this is in your book. And the page number again is on your diagram. So you will have that. All right, so to do a circle fly stitch, we're just going to do a fly stitch around this one. I'm just going to come over on my line. I can see the top of my line here. This is going to be my V. Like this. The other side, and then dive straight back to that line. Go right to your line There we go. That's where you're going to make your snowflake, right like that. And you're going to just take it straight down in the center, like this. Perfect. All right, and now we're going to come up and do it again. We're going to come up on this side. You just work your way around the circle. Try to keep your distance between your arms and your legs. Oh, that's funny. Between your arms and your legs. The arms of the snowflake and the legs of the star. Goodness. About the same distance apart. Dive right back to the center, right back to your leg. And it just makes that cute little V right there. And then straight down into the center. And you just continue all the way around. You continue all the way around to make your big snowflake. Okay?
So Tammy, once again, you take this intricate looking.
It does look intricate, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It looks like a lot of hard stitching.
Consistently in this series, you've shown us that while it looks, our friends, our family are going to go, ooh,
Wow.
ah.
How'd you do that? Yeah,
That
exactly.
you break it down and it's very, very doable.
It's very doable.
So
this
that
is
is
achievable.
very fantastic. Now, once it's all done,
Yes.
that's when this other piece
The
of wool
other
comes
piece
into
of wool
play.
comes in. Yep.
Okay.
And I do take my Wonder Clips and I Wonder Clip this together.
I know you like to steam this.
Oh, yes,
I don't know
I
if I've got
do.
any water in here today, but this is where
We
you
do.
like to.
We steam the back of it really well. Yep.
And it just, what is it? It seems to like loft it or something.
It does. Using this wool pressing mat, it's so nice on this embroidery. It keeps your embroidery on top of the wool. It doesn't sink down into it. Yeah,
Let's
that's
see.
beautiful. Oh, yep, you took off all the lines, all the friction marks
Yeah, I
come off
did.
of there. There goes his face, but that's okay. We didn't stitch that yet. That's all right.
Yeah, so that's a
Yeah.
good point. Is once
It is.
once you've stitched everything down and you want the lines to be gone,
Exactly.
just in
That's
case
when
they're
you take
peeking
them off.
underneath.
That's right. It
Then-
takes them right off.
Yep.
And I'm just going to Wonder Clip this together. I don't use pins.
Okay.
My thread gets caught on pins.
Yes.
So I like the Wonder Clips
I
to
get
hold this
poked.
together. I know. I do too. I do too. So our thread set consists of just the 2 threads for the embellishing. The black is not in your kit because that's separate.
Yeah,
So you
well,
don't
you'd
have
be
to buy 12 of them.
You'd be buying 12 of
That's
those.
right.
It's always going to be
That's
the
right.
blanket stitch around the edge.
Exactly.
Are you ready
Exactly.
to finish this
The
series for
last
February
one,
next month?
I know. It's crazy.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Here we go.
We'd love to get your feedback. Again, love to hear from you because we're here for you. Tammy already knows how to
Absolutely.
do this stuff, and I'm learning. But
are learning.
we hope you're enjoying this series, and we'll see you for the Woolly Mug mat for February.
Yeah.